I realized at the very last second I didn't change shirts. Um, well, hello, I'm the Carber Jockey. Welcome to the Church of FAAFO. It's ridiculous here, but in a good way. I'll do a quick change at some later point. Um, so, hi, how you doing? It's, well, in my part of the time zone is Wednesday evening. I hope your part of the time zone is just absolutely fabulous. Um, if you don't know me, hi, good timing. I am a mostly Skyrim slash Bethesda, but technically variety streamer. Here, this will be my proof. Um, I like to try to figure out how games work and why they do what they do, so that I can try to make them do things they probably don't have any business doing. And my playstyle can be very adequately described as FAAFO, which of course means fuck around and find out. There is a FAAFO command if you want a longer version of that. So, once again, hope you're doing well. I'm good in that I actually indulged myself and took a shower just before getting on today, which was, you just sometimes you just suddenly go, yeah, I need to re-clean. It's been a while since I felt, plus my back. I ate shit yesterday, getting up, lost my balance. Did that thing where you kind of just stumble for about 5 feet or so. It was actually impressive in that I managed to turn a corner while stumbling so that I didn't fall on something that I didn't want to fall on. But after the turn, I took about another half step and then just so I also was trying to kind of loosen myself up. I don't think I injured anything, but it just made the back angry. I think I bruised my shoulder because that's where I landed. Nothing seems to be busticated. It's just sore up here. I think I got a little bit of a bruise from shoulder tackling the floor. There was a time I would have won that. I would have bruised the floor, but not anymore. Let's see. That turned itself off again. That's funny. The thing used to always turn itself on uncontrollably. Now it turns itself off for no reason. Great. If it, let me know if it bursts into flames behind me. I should probably remember to unplug it at night. Once again, I like this couch. So anyway, I do hope everything is going well for you. I'm just trying to figure out, I got a few little things done today, but nothing stupendous. I remembered, as I was getting ready to get everything set up here, I was like, oh darn, I was supposed to do that. Oh darn, I was supposed to do that. I was moving a little too slow from falling yesterday, I think. So I'll have to make up for it a little bit tomorrow. But Karma's pretty, oh so pretty. Hi, James. Alan, hello. Still looking forward to breathing, but you're okay. Okay. The problem, for some reason, my brain now, there's this famous, short little video kind of thing where someone took a bunch of nature photography and dubbed voices over it for the animals, and I remember, there's one in it. There's a bird that's doing a mating dance, and it keeps taking its wings and putting them over like this and back up. And they put in daytime, nighttime, daytime, just like that. And they had a marmot, which it looks like a groundhog. They're big. They're basically big groundhogs, but and it was doing. I guess it was doing alert call stuff, but they kept going, Alan, Alan. Alan! And then, at the very end, they kept cutting to this animal going, Ellen! And then at the end, there was like somebody yelled out, where he goes, oh, wait, that's not Ellen. Steve! Steve! And it was always like very funny. So I don't know why, but today that flashed into my head when I saw your name. So we know the ADH meds are working. Wait, I'm not on any. I also forgot the D part, but you know, I haven't been officially diagnosed, so I guess I should probably. It's not a disorder yet for me, because ADHU for undiagnosed. So, all right. Anyway, I did spend a little bit of time working on my mod list, getting mods into MO2. Nexus was not cooperating today at all. I couldn't even get it to open in some instances, and I don't know if it was Nexus being Nexus, or I had too many tabs open and it was screwing up Chrome. But, you know, got what I could done, and then said, we'll deal with this more tomorrow. But hopefully I can remember the things I was going, oh, I need to fix that. So, because I do remember there was something I said on yesterday about the game going, I wonder if I have that mod in there or not. So I think I figured out what one of the issues is with one of them. It was a poorly worded description on the page that I basically misread the first time, and then realized, because they basically were like, this will work with this. You just have to change the settings on the MCM. Well, I assumed they were talking about their own settings on their own MCM. No, they were talking about the other guys. But since they didn't specifically point it out, I was looking for an MCM that didn't exist. So I reread it, and I'm looking at it going, oh, I get it. They're idiots. And I'm not bright either, so it was a bad combo. Setup change? Just got home about 20 minutes ago. Okay, no problem. No setup change. Just hanging out. I forgot to put my Hawaiian shirt on. I'm going to get up. Actually, I'm going to get up in just a second and go grab one, because I feel semi-naked now. Usually, I would wear I'd at least would have worn an interesting t-shirt, had I been doing it on purpose. But I feel extra schleppy now, which is really funny considering, like I said, I took a shower right before I started today, so I'm actually, crisp. I'm not stinky, which is always good. Sorry, I've started the game. There we go. I was waiting for it to start making sound. I thought it was pulling a Bethesda on me, which is weird since it's not a Bethesda product. So let's see here. I did have some amusement today. While I was feeding the cats, I was watching a streamer who I enjoy, and they're new to Skyrim, and I see they're in Solstein, and I see they're struggling, and finally I'm like, what level are you? She's like, I think I'm like 22. And I said, you can survive it, but it's going to be a little bit of a fight, if you really want to. But you're a little underleveled. And then I went, and they were like, yeah, I kind of thought. And I'm like, let me guess. You saw the Greybeards. Then you got attacked by these cultists. You got the letter, and you pretty much immediately came here, didn't you? And their chat pretty much verified that they're like, a couple of people were kind of like, yep, and started laughing. And somebody was like, I was tempted to tell them to turn around, but I didn't want to ruin the surprise. I'm like, ooh. Like, cruel chat. So, and I know I've talked about that here, about the, how badly they integrated Dragonborn into the regular game. Just no account for the idea that there would be people playing this game in the future who would have no idea that that was DLC content that you shouldn't go to till you're a little higher level. That it is actually, the closest thing they have to end game content, in all honesty. And it's, the fact that you could by level 10, it is totally conceivable that at like level 10, 12, you could have gone to the Greybeards. And going to Solstheim at level 10 or 12 is a terrible idea. So, yeah, Solstheim sucks low level, exactly. Yeah, the frickin' ash hoppers are gonna kick your ass. You're like, what happened? I got my ass eaten by grasshoppers. You survive it though. Yeah, if you survive it, you're set for the rest of the game. I even let them know that. I'm like, and then it's like usually the people go through that just never go back to Solstheim, and they're missing some good, some fun stuff. It did in my head again make me rethink. I gotta figure out what would be the goals. Try to figure out how to set the goal lines of having a character who I get out of Helgen and run them straight to Solstheim. Even just, go get a wagon to Windhelm, make sure I have 250 gold on me, and then try to survive Solstheim till a certain point. Because the problem is, you can't do the main quest line at that point because you can't shout, and you need shouts in the quest line with Miraak. So I think that will just never open up while you're there for this part of the run. You can always go learn the shouts later and come back, but I want a specific, you can go do a ton of the dungeons, and the little quest, all the other little quest lines that are there. But you're kind of, you could do some of the Black Book stuff. You could do the, I always forget the name of the mine, but, go in there with Zakharos and the Bloodskull Blade and the Black Book. So you could do some of that stuff. But yeah, you can't. So I'd have to figure out what would be the goalpost to set for, you've done it. Always either alt start at the pub in Ravenrock as a Dunmer, or get all the shouts as a Nord in Skyrim and go to DLC. Then I go to Ravenrock after to beat Miraak, then kill Alduin very last and watch him squirm as he gets angry when I override his storm call. Yeah. The Reeklings are considered pets, actually. And I mean, you can get Teldin Zero, who is a fairly badass follower, just so you have the money again, which you could get the 500 gold easily. I know how to do that, just around town. You don't have to leave Ravenrock. So then that's what I probably have to do, is have Teldin basically babysitting me. I'd still have to be careful, but, he'd be doing the heavy lifting till the character was at least level 15. But what to think about it. And I don't use alternate start, so I just do it the old-fashioned way. I would just run him, um, from Helgen to Whiterun. Not even talk to anyone in Whiterun. Just go to the stables. Go to Windhelm. Get the hell out of Dodge. It's not that hard to get the 250. Teldrin always died to a basic trap in your game? Weird. I know he's, I'm trying to remember. I may have taken him once, but usually by the time I got to Solstheim, I had, a follower. I tend to usually pick a follower early on and get attached to them. It's already getting dangerous with the run I'm currently doing because I'm getting attached to Lydia, but I really do want to change over to Carjo. So I have to keep that in mind, though I keep reminding myself, it's like, we'll make her my steward or my, I guess, technically he could marry her or he can make her steward. I'm actually thinking if I want to get married with this character, since we've gotten a hold of the Agent of Bella so early and it'd be appropriate for this character. I always make the joke about how marrying a priestess of Zabella has got to be a serious flex in that world. So I think I might have that character marry a priestess of Debella. Since once you do Agent of Bella, I think there's like 3 of the priestesses become eligible. Either 2 or 3, I can't remember which. I know the first one you speak to upstairs, I think, is one of them, and then I think the 2 kind of acolyte ones downstairs. So, I think it'd be kind of fun. Although I do wonder whether if you get a house somewhere else, does she every day leave to go to the temple in Markarth? Well, could it really suck for her if I get the sorry, my brain is not remembering names anymore. The house on the water that you build. So let's see here. Did you know lore-wise Teldrin is older than the Battle of the Red Diamond? So he was older than Patemo when she started the war. Leash. I didn't realize he'd been around that long. I mean, I know as a dark elf, he could get up to about, what do they live to about 300-400 years, usually? I know the Altmer, I think, are supposed to be the longest lived with the, although some of them, it's also because of magic, with the dark elves kind of being second in that regard. So, oh, he's did Vampire Lord and will not marry anyone outside Ysolda. Best money waifu. Also, has turned her and had adopted 2 kids. Winstead Manor. Thank you. The oldest Dunmer is 5,000? That seems weird. I know, now I base a lot of my stuff on the lore and things that I read in, like, the wiki. And I mean, I know there's outliers to any of these things, and, like, you gotta realize, like, the Snow Elf Paladin, think of how freaking old he has to be. If they were, around, now they don't have to be as old as, as when I don't think he's from the first era, because they did say they were kind of hiding in their little area for a very long time. But, how long has, just looking at how everything's set there, it sounds like, it's been many hundreds of years that he's just been kind of standing around. That character, that old dude of magic. Yeah, tinkering. Yeah, that's what I mean. That one has to be like an outlier, weird situation to go 5 millennia. But, I know they're basically kind of more on the, their natural lifespan. Although it seems like the closer they are linked to magic, the longer their lifespan, if you look at it. Because Orsimer aren't terribly long-lived. Bosmer are less than the other two, but not, not as bad. As you get the ones who are closer to that connection to arcane magic, it's kind of weird that, there's obviously some kind of connection. Give me 1 second. I want to... Of course, now I'm obsessing over the fact that I don't have that I'm not properly dressed. I'm not going far. I have... Most of these things are just a short distance away. Wear this one. Mainly because this is a good one to wear. Hold on a second. This is a good one to wear over a shirt, which I don't mind because it's still a little chilly here. Nice thing is, it warmed up just enough today that most of that snow, ice, slush crap melted off. So, I mean, it's still like a balmy 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty good since it's dark out. Yeah, I figured they were the oldest. Well, the oldest living elves are that one snow elf, because the other one wasn't technically living. He's cheating. So, see, the way I have to, and when I do go Dawnguard, I'll pay closer attention to it, because they do mention that they kind of lived in that. It was a community of a small community of snow elves living there with the chantry and stuff. So technically, he doesn't have to be from. Yeah, when the snow elves got wiped out. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? And they also, I know they have said before that his part of the reason he lives so long is because of him being the faithful to Oriel. Oriel is keeping him from aging so that he can maintain and protect the shrine. I know I've heard that before. Reverse the horrible Dwemer poisons. Well, they say there's a bunch of weird things going on, because the Dwemer, the poisons are part of it, but they also do say part of it's just thousands of years of evolution, but it still happened. Like, whatever they did sped that de-evolution up. Because one of the things that's weird is, I don't know, anyone knows that, they do not have black souls. You could soul trap them, and they usually have lesser or common souls, which is, more along the lines of trolls and, critters like that. So, yes. And once again, hi, Brandy. How you doing? Buttery dinner rolls. Waza. And Akjiwa, hello. Congratulations on first. A mighty accomplishment. So, hope everyone is doing well. We're just still in the yappy phase. So, 5 streaks all over the stream. Look at him running around, streaking his little heart out. Akjiwa. Yes, Brandy, congratulations on third. But I'd rather bring back the snow elves than the Dwemer. Yeah, Dwemer is saying they're war proud. Yes. Yeah, the more everybody sees the stuff, they go, oh, Dwemer was really cool. Look at all this tech. And then if you pay attention to their history, they were dicks. I usually say when I'm down in Blackreach and there's that spot where they have all those platforms, and then there's the giant helicopter blade trap in the middle that you get the feeling that people were strapped to there. and that apparently this was an event people sat down to watch. And you go, yeah, these guys were kind of fucked. Um, so, but all right, let me get this started up. Oh, I gotta load because I was playing the. I've just been running when I have played this. I've been running around with my the guy who hasn't been doing the plot. You know, instead of playing the game, I just have him run amok. It's really fun to go beat up a gang, especially when you do it for the police. You get the thing where it's like, Warren, you're allowed to use force. Oh, great. Go in there, wipe out, all of the gang, and then go, hey, he has a nice car. Just drive away in their car. And then with the way I drive, I don't want to have my own vehicles yet. I might just I will eventually buy a motorcycle for him or something. But it's gonna be a while. Alright, where is my street kid? I keep seeing Corpo. Wow, he's level 10 already. I didn't even realize that. I also didn't realize we haven't played him in like a month. Oh well. I kind of know they do, but I've been having fun with that. Just the concept of I'm just going to steal this car. If anything, it is frustrating because there's a part of me that wants to have the GTA option when you steal a car of being able to go to a shop, have them like just spray paint it and change the VIN numbers basically, and it's yours. I actually do get depressed when I go into a mission, come out, and like, oh, I like that car or that bike. It's a little sweet. Stealing a lot, get the NCPD mad at you. Well, I was gonna say if you take the if you take the gang members' vehicles, they don't get mad at you. They don't care at all if you take those guys' vehicles. All right. Let me get this started up. We're working on something to see if we can. I can see here that the sound's still a little ugly. I do apologize. I cannot figure out if there's a setting. Let's see. All right, that's all. Sorry, I'm playing around trying to find a setting that will can't wait to get back to the modded BG3 and Skyrim. Oh, cool. Xbox. Oh, you did get the Giants Club for your follower. That's always fun. Yeah, if you get a follower who has a decent two-handed skill, they will. Yeah, they're obviously not going to send anyone into space, but they will definitely wall up the hell out of people for you. Hmm. I know those didn't work. Video format. See, the problem is it focuses more on the video aspect of it. Hey, Robley, how you doing? So I have less options than if it was its own audio. which is frustrating. Hey, Sky King, how you doing? Welcome on in. Currently trying to figure out why my sounds like crap. Unfortunately, I think it's the computer can't handle it. Something about OBS is hurting my computer's feelings. Hmm. Okay, that one's fine. So, yeah, Uthgard is a good choice. She's a two-hander. So, always joke said she's going clubbing, then died to a Draugr. Well, legendary, yeah. Um, I gave it to Eric the Viking once. Eric the Slayer. I'm sorry, Eric the Viking. Different thing entirely. Eric the Slayer, and he just laid waste to people with it. It was very funny. I don't know if I have heard, though I've never seen it done, but it may be possible to give the club to a Reekling. Now, I don't know how good they are with it, but the image of a Reekling with a Giant's club is funny. And sometimes I will often take funny over effective. Um, Let me see here. Oh, I didn't do that. Okay. Um, Also, little. There we go. I was messing with things earlier. Well, you really can't get a mounted Reekling as a pet. You could probably do something if you were like doing stuff in in the creation kit or something. I don't want to think about how hard they hit hard without the club. That would be terrifying. Yeah, if anyone knows how to change OBS sound filters, feel free to let me know at some point, because I might be able to use that to fix it, but I don't know. It's not giving you any options when I open it. So anyway, I'll stop staring at that now and actually play the game. Yeah, I can do that. I open it up, but there's no filters to put in there. Um, yeah, possibly. But yeah, because I opened it up, but I don't have any options for filters. The other thing that I'm worried about is it's showing the video. It's the Elgato capture card. So it's the sound from that. I'm trying to think. I'll have to check something. I'm wondering if there's a way I could, then I wouldn't be able to hear it. I was about to say, put the sound through a direct line and circumvent the Elgato, but if I did that, then I wouldn't be able to hear it myself. Hmm. An Elemental Frost Giants mod. Nice. I've seen some Elemental Giants before, but the Frost one makes the most sense. If we had our own volcano, I'm surprised they didn't. I know we're near a live volcano, but it would be. I think they lost a perfect opportunity to have like lava creatures and stuff like that. You know. Okay, I'm gonna stare at this for hours and not do anything if I don't actually make myself, you know, do what I came here to do. Oh, I'm in a van. What am I doing? Oh, I think I know. Oh, good. She just perfect time to call me, Regina. This isn't going to be a usual gift. You're going to go to the Revere Courier Services facility in Northside and steal a minibus full of leather jackets. Don't worry, I was also scratching my head at first, but the job itself couldn't be simpler. Someone's smuggling thin leather combat jackets to Night City to get around the corporate embargo. The leather's imported in the form of jackets, which is then distributed to underground ripper docks that use them for their implants, which are then sold at competitive prices. Quite a supply chain, right? My client tracked down the shipment but can't take care of it on her own. You're her replacement. Just remember that the RCS can't roll until it validates the driver's identity. Oh, and did I mention that the RCS warehouse is controlled by the Tiger Claws? No? Well, I'm telling you now. They use it for laundering cash, so don't be surprised to see them prowling around. Be careful and good luck. That was absolutely perfect timing for her to text us and tell me what the hell it is that I was about to try doing. Because I think it's right where we are. Yeah, it's over there. Oh yeah, I backed up here because they were staring at me funny. But I think this is the same facility. Hmm. So anyway, look at compression allows us to up the audio. I'll definitely reach out to you, because I said unfortunately I think it's just a matter of the 10-year-old laptop is starting to it can't handle the recent updatings to OBS. So, and unfortunately, I can't really do a one system the way I've set this up for several reasons. Um, Partially because of adding OBS and the other programs I use to the laptop would just draw too much power. I wouldn't be able to play any of the games I've been playing at the levels I play them at. Okay. Well, there's a tiger claw right there. So this is the right place. I was half thinking of like using the van to get up on the roof, basically jump over it, climb. But the razor wire is a slight impediment. Although I can probably get it up to there. I'm trying to figure out where the cameras are and stuff. Oh, there we go. Now it's letting me scan it a little. What's really funny is if I could probably blow one of these guys up, and then before they start tracking me, just drive away. You did this quest last night. Liked it. I think I've done this on the other character, but I'm trying to do it differently, which is easy considering this character is not going to try to just go in there guns blazing. Not his style. I'm just trying to remember how you. Maybe once I get out of the car, I'll be able to. I'm trying to remember how you cycle through things because it's not letting me pick anything. It's just showing me. And when I do that, okay. I don't know what those are there for, but probably to keep me from doing exactly what I'm trying to do. Come on, get out of the car. All right, he's just a resident. He looked like a gang member. Whoop. Hi. Anything out of the ordinary? Nothing out of the ordinary, just some wacko standing on his car. So, you're a bit off on Fallout 4 AE? I I said I really haven't done any much with the AE stuff. I'm just playing Fallout 4. I don't have a problem with, you know, it. I'm not going to spend any money, or I won't spend a lot of money. The $20 they're currently charging is, to me, an insane amount of money for what are basically, once again, a bunch of mods. Let me ping that just to. I meant execute. Always unsure what pinging actually does for me. Oh, okay, that's what it does for me. Oops, they faded before I could mark them. Okay. At least I know why there is a reason to ping stuff. Oops. Oh, that was a mistake. I do that all the time. Whoop. Wow, this thing handles like a dream. Let's see if they're still after me. Okay. Good, okay. I think they calmed down. I may have lost the element of surprise. I do that. I forget that I'm not in scan mode, and the same button that does that little lock on thing is the same button that throws the grenade. So I am constantly accidentally throwing grenades. Usually I'm coming close to killing myself with them. Oh, I hate that the driving is the way it is in this game. It makes me wonder if like a joystick would work better. I'd only want to use it for driving. Let's see if they get mad at me as I drive by. Oh, but they did leave the doors wide open, so that's good. And the windowless van is so perfect for this character. He is kind of a creeper. Anyway. Did they close the doors? No, they didn't. Or, they did. Darn it. No, no. Show me the racketeer again. That's a traffic light. That's not going to help. Oh, that's a surveillance camera. Woohoo. Oh, it's a pity I have to steal a van. Those are nice cars. I was going to say, the only problem... Oh, okay, so they did leave that open. That's good, I guess. This tends to be a slower play style with the doing it via Netrunner. So I'm hoping it's not driving everyone insane. All right, let's mark you. Is there anybody else out here? It'd be great if I could hack the cars. It'd be funny just to have one of these cars run that person over. Or the forklift would be even better. Okay, so there's not really anything I can throw on that person. That's that's unfortunate. I'm looking for things to blow up or drop on them because that seems to be my specialty. Okay. That's a well placed camera right there. Well, uh, I'm scanning, right? Oh, there we go. All right, explosives that are way too far away. Ammo. Is that explosives again? Yeah. Hmm. Another camera. You'd think this would be like a way for me to mark a route, and it probably would if I, you know, wasn't a little dumb with it. Oh, are you close enough? I think you are. All right, we may have our first victim in a minute. So we got that going for us. Oh, I gotta learn how to control. I gotta upgrade my shit. I want to be able to take over machines and do stupid things with them. Because I haven't really figured out how to get, like, that person, how do I get them closer to all this? Because I've noticed the distract almost never works. Can I do anything with the gate? No. Hmm. Let's see here. Do people at higher levels, like, would I actually be able to make the forklift start running? Could I, like, run that person over with the forklift in the future? Because I know they said things about turning on cars and that sort of fun. Can this drop on them? Nope. Yeah, there's no piles of crates to drop on people. It's very disappointing. All right, let's keep looking. Okay, I think we're back to, because I think we have to get in here where I am. No, we could run them over with the car or blow it up. Okay. I wanted to run them over with the forklift just because it would be funny. Huh, that guy's worth more money. That's interesting. I don't think I'd ever noticed before that they actually show how much the bounty is on them. Why is the guy wanted for murder worth? Ah, or they messed with corporate stuff. Of course, theirs is higher. See, of course, my dream is to have everybody down before I walk in, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off. In all reality, they look comfy. Ah, I thought I could open and close that. Hmm. All right. Well, we know we got the one I can successfully mess with. Let's start with him, I guess. Unless I can get them over to that. Wait, there's somebody there. Well, worth a shot. Might as well do the outside first. Hmm. Verticality? We were joking. There was a joke I heard. I don't remember if it was yesterday or about the fact that gamers never look up. Now I'm like, huh? Nothing on the ceilings other than the lights. I can't seem to do anything with those. All right. Oh, okay. Get up as high as you. I'm across the street. Like I'm low, but I'm all the way across the street. So I figure I'm pretty safe in that regard. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was hoping. So I could start doing the direct brain fries, basically. And it's unlikely they'd find me. Yeah, I wish there was also a way you get a hint as which one's their net runner, so you try to take them out first. All right, let me try this. As soon as he gets close. Whoop. Nothing explosive around here. I can only distract enemies with that. That's the thing. There's nothing else explosive until you get over to here. Um, come on. Come on over. You know you want to. Come on. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. No, you're going the wrong way, you idiot. How do you not notice this? There we go. Well, that's two of them. I'm running out of things to blow up, though. I'll change the angle. Let's change our camera angle and see if we can find. Okay, you guys, oh, there's something over there. Anything over here? I'm assuming that's one I could drop on people if I get them over there. Initiate overload. Whoop. Oh, that was the wrong button. Damn it. Don't need explosives. Are you talking about the ones that directly hack them? Because I'm trying to do the untraceable shit first. That was stupid of me. I meant to just draw them over. And besides, I like blowing stuff up. I wasted those two big explosives, though. Why can't I make the fire extinguisher explode? That would be fun. Probably at higher level. Oh, please keep going. Dude, you're going the wrong side. Sure, he's walking over to the explosive area. Ah, sure know how to hurt a guy. Can I get to that one? That didn't get his attention. Got somebody outside looking at it. I mean, I could just mess with this person. They're just having a bad day. Oh, I can't overload it now. Come on. It's not letting me do it. Just waiting for my stuff to redo. Ah, too late, I think. Did it do anything? No. Just distracted them, but I can't. Nothing I can drop on them. I used up all the explosives out here. What a revolting development this is. Why are there two surveillance cameras on top of each other? And how can I get them to go to that one? Alright. Let me see if I can blow that guy up next. Better from this angle. That's probably a good one to do it from. Distract enemies. That's what I wanted to do earlier. Get a little bit closer to it. Perfect. Surprise! Sorry, I find that very funny. Is that wrong? At the very least, I am removing some of the problems. This poor woman's going to need therapy at the end of this. Unfortunately, once again, overloading the floodlights doesn't seem to do anything. And she's pretty distracted to begin with. Oh, thank you. Somebody decided if I can get to the damn thing. No, come on. I'm trying to get the thing around him. There it is. I blew his legs off. Ow. I'm probably running out of explosives. Okay, we got one there. And we got a generator. Oh, yeah, come on up. I'm going to try the generator. Darn it. Didn't reach him. Alright, let's... Oh, he's right next to it. Could you, Okay. I've gotten more of them than I expected to. Let's see, we got these three, and we got the one outside. How many have I gotten so far? 1, 2, 3. I've gotten like half of them. Yeah, because we got these two. There's nothing around here to... Alright, we may just need to fry her brain directly. Let me take a quick look around to see if there's anything else I can sucker these guys with. Won't let me hack those. I can drop this, but it doesn't do any good if there's nobody near it. I've yet to get somebody with the crate stack. And I love that one because it makes no sense that I can hack the chain breaking. It's like I'm suddenly telekinetic. Can I hack this thing? Nah, that's a pity. You guys really should call OSHA about the conditions here. See if there's anything else. I think that's the thing I'm supposed to drive out of here. So I probably shouldn't mess that up too much. All right. Well, should I just try starting to blow up brains? Because I can't figure out anywhere anything else. All right. I can't do anything to the van. Can't do anything to that. No point in knocking that over. Just I said that's why this is an outside my comfort zone. I actually have to be patient and think. I did get very lucky with a couple of those. If only I could do something. There's nothing left out here. All right, let's start with her since she's going to be. Fall over. Good night. Who's tracing me? Is the question. Well, do as much damage as I can in the meantime. Whoop. Oh! Thought I was hidden. Did not realize. I thought I had myself well hidden. What kind of weapons do I have anyway? I have a sniper rifle. I didn't realize. I had forgotten I had a sniper rifle. Okay. No, that's what I want to use. Come on, get out. This'll still work. It's dirty. Where'd the other guy go? he's coming right over. Yeah, same to you. Whoops. Reload. I think they're angry. How did you live through that? Where'd he go? Stop that. One more for good measure. Okay. Where's that camera? Back to work. Well, I think it'll be pretty easy to get in. Just gonna hazard a guess. All right, oh good, he did fall over. Who do we still have? Anybody? You're down. You guys are both down. Oh, I guess the guy who was in there came out. Okay. Yeah. It looks like pretty smooth sailing to me. I think really all I have to do now is turn off all the surveillance cameras. I could take over an antenna. Nah, that's okay. Yep, I was good. Aren't I good? I realize that. I have to just kill off all the cameras once I remember where they all are. I mean, I know I can do the camera killing from, view of all the cameras, but I feel like it's more fun to do it this way. Okay. I think I just turned off the one that I was controlling from, but that's all right. No, that's this one. Okay, this is the one where there was a couple in view of here. I can't see that one. Okay, gates open. Whoop, that one isn't, but I'll have to do it. Won't let me do it remotely. Okay. Hmm. Can I get any of the other cameras remotely? I already got that one. Probably not, but we're gonna look. Oops. Oh, I can get him. Look at me being all hackery. In fact, that one I can't get from inside. Oh, I want to go. Did I turn that one back? I think they're turning back on while I'm doing this because I'm taking. That's how you do a net runner in this game. It's patience style, yeah. Oh, even turned off, you can still see through it? Oh, okay, that's important. Thank you. That's a good thing to know. Like, no. I wish I could. Pity I can't turn them off. When you're in that particular device, I can't hack the one I'm in to go off. I mean, mind you, I can, if they're on, have them stare at the wall for a minute. All right, I'm gonna just have to, I think, get closer and deal with them by themselves. So I turned off that one, turned off this one. That one I think I've turned off. Probably don't even need that one. Where is this one? Okay. Just in case. I don't know if this actually helps or not. All right, let me get out of this. Now I can turn it off. Or I could have just shot it, but. Do. Whoops, stop that. I don't even remember what the button is to put my damn gun away. Oh, I just called my vehicle instead of. What button do I hit to turn off my stupid? There we go. We got an access card. Wow, legs are not supposed to be like that. Yeah, I figured that out now. You just get these guys out of the way. I don't even care if I'm hiding them at this point, obviously. Okay, you can drop now. Alright, that one's off. That one's off. Why did the door close behind me? Do I have to actually hide these bodies at this point? Alt? Yeah. Nah, that's just switching between. See, I thought it was R, but that is not correct. It's annoying. I just. It's one of those immersion things that I feel like, yeah, me walking around constantly, not only is it rough on the shoulders, but immersion wise. H. Thank you. Whoop, nope. That opened up my inventory. G? Alright, hold on. We'll do this the hard way. Let me save just in case. That's exactly what I'm doing. James, I already beat you to it. Why do you think I went here? I was going to look at the settings and look at the. That time I was one step ahead of you. Holster, unholster, B. Because that makes sense. Bolster your weapon. Bolster, unbolster. Is H used for anything in this game? Because if H is, I don't know. Well, I did have H. Something happened when I had H. Main menu. Okay. All right. B for shove your weapon up your butt. I don't know. All right. Out. Out. Thank you. Of course, I'm going to pull the weapon back out as soon as I pick this idiot up. Put your weapon away, dumbass. I mean, I know I'm carrying a dead body and all, but I'm trying to look inconspicuous. Maybe if I get bored later, I'll throw a grenade at the pile. Don't mind me or my friends. They all got drunk on the job. Doo-doo-doo. And this is my workout gun. It's, it's just a heavy item I use to keep everything even as I lift, heavy objects like my good friend who isn't in any way, shape, or form dead. They're just sleepy. Okay. Anyway. Is the camera still off? Yep, still off. Okay. What's 800 meters away? Is there a way in from here? Apparently not. Interesting. Wonder why they were even guarding this section. I guess that's the front door. Hello? turn off all their air conditioners. That would be evil of me. Oh man, with all the guys I blew up, that would be... place would start to stink. Okay. What is that? Oh. Thank you, Brandy. All right, what am I doing here? All right. Probably want to do the advanced and the expert, since I can't do all of them. So it'll be BD, E9, BD, 1C, which I can't start with. They didn't give me a BD. That's very cheap of them. So I can do a 55. And I can only do the first two then. That's very cheap of them. Exit quick. If I go back in a minute, will it have a different... will it reshuffle? Contract, expiration, electricity, okay. Oof. Unit specifications, freezer large, locked with instructions, do not open. And they're going to let the power die. Ooh, that freezer is going to stink. I've smelled that. It's not pleasant. Why do we need two TVs? All right, let's try this again. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'm assuming that means there's a freezer somewhere I may not want to open. Or I might really want to open. Okay, I'll try. No guarantees. Okay, this looks a little more doable. Let's see here. Well, once again, I can do the advanced and... Alright, we want 55, which is going to have to be there. BD. Okay, and we get E9 55 or E9. Well, that doesn't have a 5.5, so okay. We got it, I think. 55 BD E9 5.5. Ta-da! It's strange that I enjoy that game, but I still hate the one in Fallout. Part of it is the Fallout one makes my eyes hurt. Gee, I wonder what's in here. There's a camera. Anything else here? Nothing in there. Figured there'd be something worth something here. How disappointing. Backstairs, okay. Here, let's do this. Huh. Hostile area. Ah, there we go. Information for new members of the Revere Courier Services family. Ugh. I hate when they use family. Because family means they think you should sacrifice things for them. Problem is, they do shit for you. I'm not going to read this out loud because it will make me vomit because it's business week. I've had enough of that in my life. Could I, there we go. Actually, I want to look up here now. Oh. Huh. Look at that. I guess I can get to that. Well. Or can I? Oh. There we go. You can tell he's not as good at it. My other guy doesn't groan as he climbs. Jack in. Cool. PD1C, 5, 1C, 1C. Damn. C. Darn it. I can't do them all again. It's going to be 1C, 5, 5, 1C, 1C. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Could do 1C, 5, 5. 1C, 1C. Okay. Ta-da. Jump down. There you go. Okay, nothing over here. Oh, I could have just walked up. Oh well. You know. All right, I already turned that one off. Half-eaten sandwich. Gimme. Hello, Raid. How are you doing? I got some ram jolt. Anschlot. Get ready to swim. Ans has released the residents of the aquarium. Oh no, Glub Glub. And me without my water wings. Hello, welcome on in, Raiders. How you doing tonight? Oh, of course it happens during an ad. Ah, terrible timing there. Oh, hello. I hope you can hear me. Never know with the ads whether it's actually something you guys can hear me or not. Udon Engineering. Hello. Anslot. Hello. Welcome on in. Oh, good. Um, Hi, folks. Welcome in. I'm the Carber Jockey. Welcome to the Church of FAAFO. It's ridiculous here, but in a good way. Doing a little Cyberpunk 2077 tonight. Just as a before I forget, thank you. If you need to take care of do any kind of self care or anything, I know you just finished streaming, so if you need to raid and run, don't worry about it. Same thing. You started my first playthrough of this game tonight. I'm basically in the same straits. I've only played a little bit so far, and I've been doing a lot of side stuff. But you know, if you need to do anything to take care of yourself, please do so. Self care is very important. Take care of yourself. Don't be like me. Um, if you don't know me, hi. I'm a mostly Skyrim / Bethesda, but technically variety streamer. I like to try to figure out how games work and why they do what they do. So usually someone try to do things that it probably has no business doing. And my playstyle is the aforementioned FAAFO, which of course means fuck around and find out. So anyway, welcome on in. How are you enjoying it so far? And feel free to talk as much or as little as you're comfortable. That's for me. Bottom line is I want people to feel comfortable, and that means lurking, not lurking, whatever. So anyway, let me give you a quick shout out. So welcome on in. I'll have to keep an eye out, check you out. In the meantime, we just finished. This character, I've kind of said I love that. If you're gone too long, this is what happens to the body. I've just finished remote murderizing everyone. I'm playing a net runner, and it's a kind of an outside my comfort zone in that usually the first time I do a run, I usually make a big bruiser who just, bowls their way through everything. And this time I made a sneaky, brainy guy. So it's been very different for me. Ooh, that's too bad that's broken. That's a pretty baseball bat. Oh yeah, there was a body. Well, wow, there were a couple bodies here because the guys over here, like, willingly ran over to explosives and hung out by them. So, hey, how you doing, Mr. Freaking Sunshine? Get rated, nerd. How are you doing? Thank you. I'm assuming you had something a little bit to do with the visit. Thank you very much. Okay, why do I? This is the problem of playing more than one game at once. I know I'm kind of creeping along, and I don't have to be right now, but I can't seem to get myself back up to speed. Blunt weapon mod. I always laugh when I have two characters right now. The other guy uses blunt weapons. All right, could you please stop moving at a crawl? Okay, there's obviously I got to do something over there. Because they said something about making sure, coffee. Even shitty Keurig. Huh. Thank you for the nice shotgun. Ah, come on. All right, hold on a second here. Force open. Ha ha ha. That's not going to happen. Oh. Okay, we'll do that though in a minute. All right, first thing I got to do. You were lurking and making dinner and appeared here confused but happy. That's very funny. All right, let me check my backpack so I can reduce some weight here. Oh, yeah, I just got a couple guns on me. I just have a little bit of crap on me. I just have to make sure I don't accidentally delete something I want to keep. The Copperhead is a power. Power is not his thing anyway. I'd much rather have tech. And we've got a... I have no idea what is a good amount of money, but it looks like a good amount of money. So I think I'm going to care more for disassembling. Let me see here. That is also a power assault rifle. Okay. Oh, it's a tier 2. Might be better. So much crap. Yeah, I think we can get rid of the shotgun. He's not really a shotgun kind of guy. Maybe I'll keep the tech one just for fun. Alright, well, we at least... getting some of that weight down. Let's see here. Well, definitely going to keep the more fashionable of the two. If I'm going to keep them at all. Look at the amount of garbage I'm carrying. Come on. I keep getting very paranoid as I do this. I'm like wipe out the entire line. Yeah, Scorch looked fun. Well, I know it could be money. I'm just breaking up into components to lighten the load, but I also am just like, do I, do I even care with the amount of money I'm obtaining via mail fraud, basically. That's a good knife. Okay. We lost some weight. Probably could lose more if I get around to going through all these. Apparently, I got very lucky to come across an actual piece of bulletproof armor. Actually, it's funny. It used to say plus 10. I think there was an update or something in the recent history that dropped that. I'll have to go through all these later. Yes, you do care. There are things that cost a bunch to obtain that you will want, like high level quick hacks. Yeah. I'm just saying right now, I think I'd rather have the components than, the cash. I don't need the clubs either. Though, Although, if I find a really good. Yeah, I'll sell some of those. Unless I run out of more weight. Unless I'm in need of more weight. I'll have to go through all that too. Alright. Well, that at least got me back under. I do have to learn about, going to the Ripper Dock and getting better, whatever you call the name of the deck you're in your head. Let's see here. 5555. Oh, good. This one I can get all three. 135555 E9 1C. Okay. Right? Oh no. That was dumb. I can't do that. All three. It's one or the other. Yeah. All right. 1C. Which is the 5-5. I want that one. For the E9. Oops, nope, that doesn't get me a 1C though. Okay. Revisit. We had two options. 1C, 5-5. Once again, no E9. Ah. Hmm. 1C, 5-5, E9. I don't think I can do it with this one. I could do probably 5-5-5-5. Hmm. 5-5. Wow. Let's see here. Let's look at a different one then. Okay. Two out of the three. I was hoping it would also give me a way to open this thing. Okay. Can't get in there. Oh well. Too bad. So sad. You still off? Okay. I think there was something. I thought there was something of value around here. There we go. That made a mess. Ooh. Oh. Oh. What a mess. Let me through. And do I have to loot everything? The answer is yes. Yes, I do. I get to engage in all the maladaptive activities I can't do in the real world, like making cleaning machines do something. I don't know what that. I was hoping it would start running around by itself, but it didn't. All right, I've already been in here. Hey, money. All right, there's the van. Oh, okay. Do-do-do. I'm bolstering my weapon. Come on, thank you. Game does not like you not having your weapon out. I'd love to, but I have to go steal a different car. Darn, nothing out here. Taste the love. Well, this all looks familiar. Oh, yeah, one other place upstairs. You could always stand in front of it and set it off, so I could finally say I killed somebody with the chain unleash thing. Okay. Well, that's pretty much everything. My other character was in a rush, but then again, that's because he had people shooting at him, rudely enough. Okay. Thought I did the thing. Did I not do the thing? Oh, apparently I didn't do the thing. Could have sworn while I was up there. Didn't I? Now it's saying this way. I did that thing. That's opened. Can't get in here. I'll figure this out. Ah. There we go. That's what I forgot to do. Is that deadly particle pew pew or basic pew pew? It's a basic pew pew. Yeah, we're still low level. He's still a basic bitch. I just want to see what that. Okay, that's just a different mission. Or this mission, but telling me to go do the thing before I do the thing. Do do do. Oops. Guess there was still a camera. Whoops. Combat? What? There you go. That was bright of him. Alright, I gotta get back turned around, don't I? Well, you probably shouldn't. Could you stop shooting at me, please? I'd like to get control of this vehicle, please. Whoa. Sorry, officer. I'm an excellent driver. Once again, it'd be so much easier if the brake wasn't all the gas wasn't all or nothing. Did I inadvertently go into a... Nah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Ta-da! Let's see here. Sorry, and I was at, especially when I was driving, I had to focus a little. So, all right. Whoever gave your PA system a stream deck and the ability to make it play sound serves nothing but the best life. Been spamming Lizard into my neighborhood apartments because they're blasting music I hate. So you've just been going, Lizard, Lizard, Lizard. Whoops, let's read that message. Listen, cars are like underwear. I mean, you don't got to change them every day, but it's better for everyone if you do. Okay, the auto fixer. Okay, well, we'll deal with him some other time. Let's check. Van received. Technical example of a job well done, don't you think? A++. Contract closed. Cool. I would say now I'll steal this car to joyride, but I really don't want to. Hey, there's something. All right, where am I going? All right, guess I'm heading to the afterlife, but first I gotta find a ride. Where was that assault going? Oh, good, right here. I bet you whoever's doing the assault will have a car. I think it's likely. Well, now I don't mind having the gun out. I keep trying to go into third person. That's why I keep pulling my weapon out, because I keep trying to scroll back my wheel. Hmm. Am I crouched? No. Okay. Maelstrom. Just a fan of overheat. Thanks. That sounds really disgusting. And a shot in the groin just for fun. Oh, there's two of them here. Present for you. Wee. Oh, yeah. Well, that would have been overkill. Could I stand up now? Thank you. God, that thing responds terribly. Yo, fuck that guy. Shit costs more every damn shipment. Let's kill this biz. Order a ton of shit on merch. When you go to grab it, lead to the skull, done. We'll find another supplier. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm conflicted about going to day treatment tomorrow. There'd be a dude that constantly moans and is getting on my nerves, and his excuse is I'm in pain. Well, I'm in pain too, but I don't moan every second for 4 hours straight. We're engaging in wanton cannibalism. What? Who is? Me? No. For once, no. I don't think it's an option in this game. Serious question. If there were a way to safely and ethically eat human meat, would you? I don't think so. It's kind of... And I'm trying to figure out, I mean, I guess if, you're talking about like vat grown, but if they can vat grow it, why do they have to use human? Health booster, unity, and a message. Oh, that guy. Well, I guess that's the stuff he was selling. Oh, dick and whiskey. There's that stuff. I should really find one of those drop things. Thank you. Interesting, they had shotgun ammo and no shotgun, but I'm gonna have to drive a Maelstrom car. Their cars are always shit. Huh. If it was ethical to say if I'd want to try it just for experience, but probably never eat again. Nah, the way I put it is, while I understand the concept of experiences, there are some experiences I don't feel like I need to have. So, technically, if somebody, had a very rough, likely to splinter 2x4 and shoved it up my back end, it's an experience. I don't want that experience. So, same thing. And I'm usually pretty open-minded about things, but in Transmetropolitan graphic novel theories, you can eat everything from elk eyes to cloned dolphin, and there's a fast food chain that serves cloned human meat called long pork. Yeah, I've heard that term before as what human... Apparently we taste like pig. There was a... they said that long before, but there was a... I want to say it was in Japan. They were trying to make... Basically made a robot, but it was just a head. But they were trying to get something that could taste things. They're trying to recreate taste receptors electronically and then put in, inputs for how different things tasted. And somebody, as a joke, because it had, a mouth and it would just kind of do this. All meat is chicken except chicken. Well, they said, unless it's pork. Somebody, as a joke, put their hand in there, and the robot responded bacon. So apparently robots think we taste like bacon, which means we are doomed with AI because that's out there. So now, they wanted to destroy us to begin with. Now they know we're delicious. We're in trouble. It's like the things that are our captors that we need to enslave taste like bacon? Woohoo! All right. Sorry, just trying to... All right, I can do those 3. And then that one. So, once again, we won't get the advanced one, but that's okay. So, E9. Then... E9... BD. Oops. Our starting E9 only brings us to 5-5. Son of a gun. E9. Nope, no BD there. This is tougher. These sometimes are tougher than what. Hurry Despise the movie about the AI BattleBot. She's overhyped. BattleBot doll. I don't know that one. I'm sorry. I don't keep up on some of that stuff. I'm bad about that. I should be more up on things. Ow. Sorry, my back just started screaming at me. As I said, I ate shit yesterday. And I don't think I damaged myself, but I'm sore and I know my shoulder is bruised. And my back just let me know, and I stupidly didn't set up my TENS unit. E9, so you can't do that. All right, let me cut out and go back in, because that's the easiest cheating way to do this. It will reset after a minute. Let's see if there's anything else around. Meanwhile. Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. A little more cash. I could have probably blown somebody up from there. I went right for the blatant thing, you know? I just felt like I'd been going too slow and careful for a little while, so I had to get the ultra violence out of my system. Here. You know. This character is a little on the puny side, so this is now going to be his exercise. Can I put him in there? Huh. I thought that was one of the crates. How about you? Are you one of the crates? It'd be really cool if you could use the bodies as, like, shielding you. Oh, there we go. Come on. Huh. Can't pick him up for some reason. This is very strange. I can pick him up. Can you? Ah, full. Any others around? I could throw them on the grill. Speaking of earlier. Fine. You sit right there. You didn't sit where you were supposed to. That was very rude of you. Let's try that again. Here. There you go. Oh, that's lovely. Well, I can move him. I'm sure everybody knows where this is going. Unfortunately, I can't pick up this idiot. Can I pick up you? Nope. do I close these doors? Oh, good. Do we want the ugly van or the ugly car? Kinda hate them both. We'll go with the van for now. Well, that won't work. I was going to try to run over the body. I should be far enough away. Oh, here, just in case. Doing my best to clean up this town. Come on, give me that back. There we go. That much less of them to, you know. All right, on to the afterlife. This character probably, well, the one thing I should do, I guess we can do that first. Oh. Well. Oh, apparently they already know. Well. Tee. Pardon me. Whoops, I'm supposed to go this way. It's the other advantage to it. Whoop, can't go that way. Wow, I did some damage to those tires. Okay, back up, please. Thank you. Well, I can't drive this car. Any other crimes nearby? Why, look, right there. And there's a drop point, which I actually really want to go to. So let's go there. It's not letting me mark it, probably because I'm so damn close to it. Oh yeah, right there. Who are you? Who are they? No, no, no. Not the car. Show me the people. Those are all Maelstrom. Oh, great. Whoops. I'm going to just roll this right over him. Could I not be getting shot, please? Alright, I should probably get out of the car. Whoa. Whoa, those drop boxes are tough. Thank goodness. Yes, I aim for the crotch. At least on this character. When in doubt, aim for the crotch. Otherwise, I go for headshots. Anybody else? Hello? Why, yes. Wait a minute. Tee hee. I think that was my car door. Anything else? Doo-doo-doo. This was completely incidental. Well, don't think I'm driving that any further. Oh. I'm hoping she was like that when I got here. Otherwise, mistakes were made. That's a leg. I was trying to roll over people, so mission accomplished. Anybody else? Yeah, I've pretty much determined that the other reason I don't, as a general rule, want to use my car is I tend to just use the car as a weapon. Did I see a... what should I call it? Point? Huh. Weird. No. I thought I was seeing a jack in point. Yeah, I say that very carefully. Um, Back from prepping for tomorrow. Had to redo my old Lego layout as I've made a lot of hardware changes. Wanted to tweak it. Cool. With hacking, you can autonomously drive a car next to people and make it explode. Yeah. Yeah, I got to get to that level. I'm very looking forward to being able to do that kind of evil shit. Hey, I was just proud of myself. I realized in the middle of the gun battle that I could blow up the tank behind the gas tank next to this guy, or well, this guy, thereby ending the battle. I think I successfully ran him over. Is that? Nope. Guess it's not anything important. I was having some fun with that. Here. Whoop. Okay, put him down while you're burning. I was trying to drop him into the fire. There we go. Let's see, how about you? Nope. Apparently he's just sleeping. Alright. Now, let me go over to that drop-off point I was trying to go to when that all happened. I guess they were holding a grudge from what I just did to their buddies like 30 seconds ago. Can I put this away, please? I'm bolstering. I'm hitting B for bolster. Thank you. They're not worth walking them all the way back. Oh. Thanks for the machete. I will just to get you out of the way. There, you can lay down by your buddy. All right. Let's see. Used to do Lego streams, stopped for a hot minute. Starting them back up tomorrow with a USC at UCS at ST. Is that a Star Wars, like one of the little walkie things? Because I know an at. So I'm trying to. My brain is screaming that's the answer, but I'm not sure. Okay. I have a good friend who's very into Legos. You know, she went to Legoland when she had the chance, and you know, if we have to get her a gift, when in doubt, buy her a Lego set, two-legged. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. You have many, yeah. All right. Huh. Oh, let's get. Let's sell those. All right. Yeah. I'll hang on. Well. Oh yeah. I'll hang on to the Buria. I remember that's a good gun. Right, that's a power. That is also a power. I am not a power guy. Right, I'll keep the Unity over the Liberty. I don't want to sell any of the Iconics. You don't need that. Let's sell that one. Keeping the sniper rifles. I'll keep that because it's a tier 2 for now while I'm figuring stuff out. Thought I had more guns to sell. Oh, here. You can have the machete. You can have the other machete. You can have the katanas. I'll hang it to those. Keep that. Yeah, I don't need that. Once again, the other guy would be insanely happy for that. Now, if I sell these, I still can quote unquote wear them over things doing, you know, the wardrobe stuff, right? It doesn't just disappear. Anyone? Bueller. If anyone knows, if you can afford to buy it, you can afford to wash it. Use a mod for wardrobe. Yeah, I need to know from someone with the base game if, you know, if that is correct. Like, if I really wanted to, I could sell off almost all of this and it wouldn't matter. Well, let's just test it. Get rid of a couple things and that I don't care that much about. We'll see if they're still available later. Pretty sure you can if these stuff is sold off in the list of things I could wear. Okay. That's kind of what I was hoping. All right. Where's the booze? I know. I always just kind of sell the booze because, didn't cover that kind of thing. Just gave you multiple wardrobe presets. Okay. I do have to remember to use this stuff. Yep, you can have them both. Because I don't know why I'd be drinking them. There's just a downside. I mean, in game, I know. In immersion purposes, I know why you'd be drinking them. But in game, I don't see as much of a reason. Of course, I don't drink that much out in the real world anymore, too, for probably similar reasons. That being said, it has been a while since I made that grog. I may have to make more. All right, I have to remember I have that stuff. The ram jolt and capacity booster. I should remember I have that too. Okay. Anything else? Well, I don't need two of these. I don't like the stamina does not regenerate. Although, when aiming, I guess isn't terrible, but. Do you guys recall that a mother can instinctively hear the cries of their child? Well, I heard the cries of my neighbor's male cat who comes to see me every day, and he's inside their apartment. Well, it makes sense if you hear that enough times, you could recognize. Sometimes they have very um, recognizable noises. You know, I definitely will know the difference between Zod and Neil because they have completely different. Zod's very loud and he makes very funny sounds usually. Generally, he's like, rah, rah, rah. And Neil, for all his size, sounds like a kitten. I just realized they're both behind me. They're on either side of me. Let's see if we can get the cat cam working. When I said that, I looked around and realized I was surrounded. Oh my, I'm surrounded. Oh darn. Okay, we can get Zod. That's the problem. It's a digital zoom, so it gets crappier the bigger I make it. But people seem to want to see this little bugger. I know I do. There we go. I just noticed. I have it in multiple places, but the Steam preview that's on the Stream Manager still thinks I'm offline. It never updated. Neither did the other one, huh? I'm here, right? I do exist. Save the mods, you can assemble them into better versions. Okay. Figured, especially if it was one that I don't know if I'd use anyway. That one I'd use. Okay, those I would use. But do I really need that many of them? Yeah, they're only worth 10. That's the problem. Can't see selling these. Look at this. I have all these. I got to get a level 2 deck in my head. I'd probably rather get a level 3, to be honest. But okay. Do I really need 2 of these? No, I don't. Which is either of them better? Oh, that's a tier 2 version of the Umbra. Okay. That's a tech. Good. We're not getting rid of either of any of the iconic stuff. I have to go through those. Did I have? All right. So empty scope slot. Oh, good. I'll hang on to the Unity. Gotta hang on to the Unity because I would like to make, even though I shouldn't need to, I would like to make a sniper pistol, at least for taking out lights and stuff. And occasionally the person. Once again, I'd rather get a tech one, but this'll work. Alright, so we want to hold on to that one. Probably don't need this one. Let's see here. Yeah, the dumb brother pieces of shit. Okay. If I ever play this game, I'd go full energy blade, weeaboo build, or pure particle beam sniper. That might be the kind of thing this character will end up doing when I get up to that stuff, because he is the little brainiac character, so he's supposed to, and he's gonna be sniping things from a distance, either with a sniper rifle or a pistol. So if I can get an energy beam, for when he's forced to. Yep. One of them. The other one's on the other side of me, but you can't really see him because of, camera doesn't go through me. All right. So, which one was I getting rid of again? This one. I'm gonna keep this right now only because A, it's a tier 2, B, it's the only, if I feel like I need an assault rifle in a situation. I feel like it's, not bad to keep one on hand. All right. Now, So I'm going to sound really stupid. If I just escape out of this, I've made the sale. No particle beams? Okay. I wasn't sure what. I know there's a thing that creates, they call them bolts, which are, sounds more like an electricity kind of effect, but yeah. So that's what I was thinking of when he said that. Okay. Thank you. Whoop. You know, let's save. All right. Nope, no, we want to resume. All right, well, I guess we'll grab our new car. Whoop. Okay. You know, I probably only need the sniper rifle at certain times. And otherwise, I don't want to be lugging that thing around. Get up. Thank you. Which case, I will put either the. We'll put the assault rifle there as the current, or I could put one of the other pistols, I guess. Hmm. Well, you have the hammer, everything looks like a nail. I just almost started shooting the bodies just because I wanted to test them out. Well, it's a slightly less shitty looking van, except I forgot to close the back doors. Yeah, I thought that guy was just peeing in the corner there. Whoop, oh. It's again, that all or nothing gas thing is just a pain in the ass. I should get one of those little cars. They're kind of cute. Amazingly impractical looking, but cute. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Hey, I missed the light pole. Amazing. And it's like I just floor it for a minute, then take my foot off the gas till I slow down. Just so we can keep an intermediate speed. It's kind of idiotic. Whoa, hit the wrong button there. My brain was basically. Instead of holding the gas, I went, oh, I'll just slam my finger on this button that my pointer finger is on. What? I wasn't shooting at anybody. Over here somewhere. I don't know why I'm bothering. Trying to not get run over. Want a car? It's yours. The hell am I hearing? Ew. They still keep wanting to go into third person. Those are weird looking pants. I thought for a minute I figured she just had bionic, like weird metal legs. Oh, hi, Jackie. Oh, I didn't realize he was doing the one more gig, you get one for free later. What? Yes. The whoops. Wait a minute. Ah. Now, about to say, oh, they did the just one more heist and then I'm out trope right there. Now you're like, now it's like, oh, it's not a spoiler for me. I know what happens. I've watched other people play that part. I wish I didn't know, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure right now I would be going, I don't think he's gonna make it. They made him super likable. Mentioned that his mama is gonna worry about him. Now they just did that trope. It's just 3 days for my retirement. You get one free later, the Jeep. That's funny. The grad is great for parking problems. Oh, the little guy? Yeah. All right, let me catch up here. Um, Tech weapons are bolts. Yeah, I thought the. Oh, they're rail guns. Okay, Gauss guns. Nice. I love those. That'll be kind of funny. Let's see here. Yeah. That's funny. I hadn't read your line yet when I saw the you thing, or Gauss guns as they used to be known. Weeaboo build. But the specific katana you want is from a boss. Okay. The grad is great for parking. Yeah, I bet. It pseudo reminds me. Free karmic effect. I used to drive a Suzuki Sidekick, which is the exact same car as the Geo Tracker was. They were identical cars. They just one was made, I think, in a certain factories they were called Geo Trackers, and other factories they were called Suzuki Sidekicks, which I thought was hilarious. And I had the ones after they had the rollover problem, not before, fortunately. Hey, BB, how you doing? Um, so it sort of reminds me of that. So the best pistol in the game is a tech pistol called Lizzie. Cool. And I'm glad to hear it's a tech pistol. I like the tech pistol because you can shoot people through walls. And once again, with this character style, I already did it once where I was just basically hiding in a room, but I had already tagged everyone. So I'm just like, oh, hi, blam, 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 through the wall at them. Oh, you're very much welcome. And I said the thing with the Skyrim, I was talking about it earlier with the stupid going to Solstheim early, happens to almost so many new players. It is such a common thing to see that note after the guys attack you and assume it's something you have to do right then. And it doesn't help that they do, they could have level cap that. You've seen the Greybeards and you're level 25 or whatever, 30, whatever. I don't know what level people. It's always hard because they don't their idea of level is so loosey goosey in terms of as a rating of your power. But I don't know what people think for Solstheim. Is that like level 30 is kind of a good set? I've been known to do it lower, but I'm not right. So, Yeah, no ideas, DLC. Yeah. Yeah, because, what you wouldn't have any reason, but when they designed it, they had the concept in mind that the game had just come out and they were adding new stuff, and it was a separate, that, Dawn Guard, Hearthfire, which is the building the houses, were all originally separate DLCs. You wait till 50. Yeah, and I've heard people say 40, 50. I often wait until, usually I usually wait till after I've taken down Alduin, which will put me in the 40s often, 30s or 40s, depending on what I'm doing. So, and once again, it's just because you're level, 5 and something is level 10 doesn't mean it's going to automatically beat you up. Matter of fact, quite regularly people can beat up things that are significantly stronger than them, or should be on paper, just because of the way this combat system is. But, which I like, but there's still a point where, you'll note. I saw how much you were battling there. That's the only reason I said it, because I'm like, I didn't want you to get frustrated, against something, or at least know that, this is gonna be a tough fight. All right. I do wish they'd give you more time to talk in this before they start getting, angry at you for being quiet. Jackie walks like he has to poop. If you raged at Kingdom Hearts yesterday, I would have definitely lost my mind there. Yeah. Thanks, asshole. Okay. No idea who any of these people are, but where is she? Oh. Oh. Hi. Yeah, we'll be nice.
like the dog ate mine. Age-old tradition. Drinks are named after our regulars. How long's the afterlife been around? Half a century? Longer. Don't know by how much, though. How'd the old
She's cute.
suburbanite city be? And the most respected. Don't forget that.
All right. What do you
Say I
have to do?
wanted a drink named after me.
Yeah.
What would I have to do? Snuff it. Mind-blowingly spectacular fashion. Mid up 2000s. What a beautiful tradition. This dine's a small price to pay for going down in history. I live like a legend.
Let's see here. Sorry. This is
Nothing but the final flourish.
the one problem me playing a new game I haven't played before. I know I'm going to be a little quieter than I normally would be, since I don't know it well enough. I mean, I'll come up with jokes as I go, which is what I do anyway, but probably talking a little less.
Oh, and by the way, name's Jackie Wells. You want to write down my recipe? Sure. Shot of vodka on the rocks, lime juice, ginger beer. Oh, and most importantly, a splash of love. I'll remember that. Heard you were Texas' latest finds. Just biz, no big deal.
No, he's in love.
Dex a regular. You come here a lot. A sort of long hiatus, matter of fact. Didn't show space.
Oh, trust me, my first time playing this game, I crawled. Yeah.
Right? Well, wherever he walked, he knocked a few pounds off.
Wow.
You weren't delivering that pizza I mentioned before. How do you know? My job? Look around. How do you think mercs win their reps? Through gossip rivaling that of schoolgirls, that's how.
Good point. Well, I guess we're done. I know we're coming. Bye. I like her hair. Partially, that's kind of a more of the. I like how they designed her hair. Not. I'm gonna get that style.
Same here. No, in the ring. You do some kind of exotic shit? Huh? Kempo? Ninjutsu? Think you could take me? Drop me? In here.
Don't be a doofus. He probably could tear you in half, Jackie. I still think Jackie walks like he looks like he has to poop. Hi.
Whole family in one place. Ah, finally. First time in real space. And the flathead. Let's see this bad boy.
Oh. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh. Oh.
Sweet booze. You soundproof? Jackie.
I probably should have put him. I should have put him in his suit. Forgot. Saw Compeki Plaza from the inside.
Well, as I could have, I guess. Walked around Compeki Plaza inside from that raw BBC scroll. Bug already filled me in. So you know the target. You're Nobu Arisaka, the Emperor's son and heir apparent.
Man with a millionaire name and no talent to back it up. Evelyn Parker's special friend. So she just want to see what's good, or was there something else?
I can't do that one. You know, I'm gonna.
Just wanted to see what I was about.
I'm not gonna.
Wanted to see what she was about.
How about we go over the plan? What you got for us, Dex?
This.
I've.
Well, here goes another.
Okay, hold on.
Already covered the fine details. Ops-wise, should be a stroll on the beach.
Elaborate. I want to hear it.
My thought is, I'm not necessarily going to screw him over, but I haven't decided either way. So why tell him? That's kind of also the role play of the character. Like I said, he's smart, but he's on that moral gray. He doesn't necessarily, if it's someone he's loyal to, he's very loyal. Like he'd be loyal to Jackie. But he just met Dex, and so he has no reason to, he, if things go well, he would consider cutting him out. So, all right, let me catch back up here. Scoping out everything, every scrap of info on how things were since the tabletop days. Yeah, and I had played Shadowrun, which is the fantasy punk, a couple times. I forgot the name of the basically the monks. I was a dwarf, one of those. But may have done a one shot or two in Cyberpunk, but I think we actually used GURPS for it, if I recall correctly. So, in all honesty, for this game, the last game release I actually gave a damn about was Fallout 4. Okay. And this bar dated back to the tabletop days, too. Okay, it used to be downtown back in the day, though. Oh, that's interesting. So they did use stuff from the actual game. That's because I wasn't sure if they did or not with this, since technically Cyberpunk is a genre. So they could be using that even with even with the 2077. So it is actually got some connection to the game. Okay, that's interesting. So that's cool. Question: But is it a way to make your fist stronger in Skyrim? Unarmed. Khajiit do the highest base unarmed damage, with Argonians having the second highest, and everybody else is the same level. There is the level 30 heavy armor perk, Fists of Steel, that adds the base armor rating of a heavy armor gauntlet. Smithing doesn't affect it or anything else, but whatever its base rating is. So that'll add anywhere from 10 to about 18 points. And then there are, any of if you're using 8 Anniversary Edition, which you have it a lot easier, because it used to be only one item in the game that raised your unarmed damage. So you had to go find it. Hey, Chris, how you doing? But you can get those Brawler's Gloves and use those. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, smithing, I mean, it gives you protection. It gives you defense, but it doesn't raise the damage. I've played a lot of unarmed builds. I was playing them back in SE. So it's the base armor rating of your gauntlets. So it doesn't go up, because otherwise you could smith it up into the hundreds and one punch man everything. Juggernaut does not increase the damage of Fists of Steel. As I said, the only other thing you can do is, if you can get that Brawler's effect, that unarmed damage effect, you can disenchant one of those gauntlets and put the enchantment also on a ring. Unfortunately, ring and gauntlets are the only things that'll get enchanted. So you can only have 2. Once again, I have to remind myself in base game, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I know allegedly there's some stuff with the vampires. You know, if you do the vampire and the necromage trick, you can raise it. And also, like the vampires, I know there's something bugged with Khajiit. I think werewolves or one of those two actually initially do less damage as a werewolf. I'm trying to remember. I so rarely become a vampire. It's hard for me to keep track. But there may be some tricks inside of there. You know, the necromage raising the unarmed damage, and you know, if you're playing as a vampire lord, I don't know how. There's a ring that affects the vampire lord, but I think it only affects them when they're in vampire lord form, but I'm not positive since I generally don't play I'm just not interested in vampires. I know a lot of people have a love for them, which is fine. It just I'm old school. When you become a vampire, you should sort of go instantly into really bad guy territory. And I like my white hats. What's funny is I've played multiple cannibals, so uh, I fully admit the dichotomy there. So, well, all of it together, you can get fair amounts of damage, and it's fast. I mean, its reach is terrible. You know, you have to get on top of people. Let's see here. You know, and then of course, in survivalist, I know you know the things of, you know, they say things like cloak spells, and actually that's one of the reasons in AE the Lord's Mail is spectacular armor for an unarmed fighter, because it has an absorb health field around it. So the more people attack you, the more health you're getting back. And since you're, you know, it gives you a little more damage, just like 5 points a second. And it's a way for you to heal in combat, since you can't get a weapon that would have that. So yeah, in the base game, that's I've said before, the thing that started me, one of the things that started me on the road of modding, was I loved unarmed combat in the game, but it drove me nuts that you didn't get experience for it. And I started seeing that there were mods that would fix that. And it was that, you know, something that allowed the runes and the cloaks to improve because they were supposed to. And I wanted a cape. I wanted the characters to be able to wear cloaks, capes, that kind of thing. Those were like the three first, amongst the first mods I put into my game. And for a long time were like the only mods I had in my game, before I started looking and finding more things that I thought were entertaining. And then, you know, and then things got progressively weirder. Like finding dinosaurs. I searched for a while to find them. It took me a little while to find ones that weren't really janky. Like, I tried putting a Barosaurus. There was a mod that put those into Fallout 4, and it was... I saw them once and took them out of the game because they were janky as hell. They looked bad. They dropped your frame rate to nothing, and they would kill you in one shot. They were like ridiculously poorly balanced. As soon as I saw all that, I'm like, I could possibly fix the damage and stuff, but it was also probably going to crash your game. So it was like the combination. I was like, all right, this is not worth having in the game. See, I do sometimes have, you know, standards. So, all right. This area in game Watson used to be a suburb called North Oak. It was a military city ran by the NorCal military base. My main fixer character lived in this area. He also had a penthouse in Pacifica, too. Oh, that's cool. And there was no crime in North Oak. The military would just execute you if you got stupid. Yeah, you're on a military base, technically, so it's military law. And shouts. Yeah, shouts will be fun. Um, it gives you a damage boost, I believe, on power attacks. If I remember correctly, it gives you armor. It speeds up your shouts recharge. There's the chance that it'll summon an ally, like an ancient dragonborn or something, to fight for you when your health is low, I think. And I think it does power attacks, increases the damage of those. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do a new werewolf run. I've been once again modded. I've been looking for some. I think I have a fun. I have to check and make sure they get along. But if I can get the full series of mods, it'll be kind of entertaining. One of the things is I found a mod that as you eat, as you become more powerful, your werewolf grows. He gets bigger. And I put it where you started a bit shorter, so you start a bit smaller than a normal werewolf, but you end up like 1.7 times larger, which is pushing. They said get up to about 1.5. That what's funny is they said you could set it to anything, and in their cover shot, they had one that was like, it had to be 20 feet tall because like the buildings were coming up to here on it. It was a kaiju. I was laughing hysterically. And you can't. It's gonna be a mess trying to play something that big, but even doing the 1.5 ish times, it might be too big. But I think it's between Growl and that and a couple other little quality of life things, it might be a fun one to play, with the interesting side thing of, while he would train in skills, I think he'd be spending more, like most of his combat will probably be done as a werewolf. And I actually would want to join the Dark Brotherhood. This is the one I keep joking about, the werewolf assassin, the least subtle assassin, because the concept would be he sneaks somewhere close to his victim, finds a place where no one will see him, he changes, then he runs out, mauls the person, and runs away, runs out of town. Perfect disguise. No one ever recognizes him, so he'd never get in trouble. As long as nobody sees him change. They see him change, then is probably going to get probably end up with a record bounty, but so, like, Lichdom is in base game, but I prefer that over vampirism or lycanthropy. I've seen some people doing the Lich stuff too. I mean, I usually, if you're saying like a particular mod list, like a Wabajack or something, I don't do those. No problem with that. I have no problem with people doing them, but I just like using my own curated stuff. I just prefer it. Even though in some ways, if those had existed in my early modding times, I probably never would have learned to mod. I would have just tried to use those. I would have been probably flying through those until I found one that I fell in love with. Which honestly means I probably would have had a lot more free time. But what is it? I am curious. I mean, oh, Enderal. All right, Enderal is something I probably will do eventually. I haven't been in a huge. I know we have an ad about to start in a minute. I'm actually going to stretch my back and use the bathroom, but I have heard that it is very dark. that it deals with some kind of rough themes. So I'm kind of leery of it because of that. I would like to, ask some people. I know one or two people who played it. I have to ask some people who I know who would have a sensibility that would I would trust. I have certain people I know who wouldn't even notice. But yeah, it's a grimdark. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a huge fan of grimdark. I'm forced to play in a grimdark game because it's a game they want to play Warhammer. It's the Warhammer fantasy role playing. Because a group of friends, that's what they love the setting and they love the background. And our role play, it's some of the best role play I currently get to do amongst the games I play. So for that, and because it's a group of friends, some of whom I don't see very often. But yeah, the system itself I despise. Partially because of that. Sinister caster build. Okay. I mean, I said, that's definitely under the never say never with Enderal, but I'm not in a rush. I got a lot to do before I want to switch over to yet a new thing. I will be back in just a moment. Oops. Okay. I've now made it a challenge for myself to get up without making the grunty noise. And this time I'll get up and not throw myself across the room. Because I'll shatter if I do it again. Thing went off again. Huh. Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you, Your Highness. I don't know if you guys can see the other orange lump. I can see Zod got up and wandered away. Okay. Why are you... I think it's just got a loose connection to the power cord. Let me slow that down. Settle it out a little. There we go. Eyes back. All right. I installed Dungeon Revisited and was impressed with the very first dungeon. Blesswell's amazing interior was expanded completely, changed, and took time to complete. That's cool. That's one of the things I'm kind of working towards, is possibly adding. I have some quest mods that I am adding to the new mod list. Clockwork is going to be in it, because I've heard nothing but good things about that one. Oh, I know it's creepy. And it is Bleak Falls. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask. I don't know if it's something he's releasing or doing for himself. Lou and Remy, and it's Sir Lou and King Remy, I think is his full name now on here. He does some amazing stuff. He turned the game into like a medieval simulator at one point. Like it was a low to no magic game. It was again, and probably a lot more grimdark kind of, but even if it's not the style I'd play, I am blown away that he created that. The amount of skill that took. But he was talking about something he was possibly working on that was like a kind of like the old D&D dungeon crawl classics kind of thing, where you're just going from like dungeon to dungeon with rest points in between. Which would be kind of, if it's something he releases, I would be interested in that, because that sounds like it could be crazy fun for people who remember the old school D&D. I'm not familiar with Dungeon Revisited, so I can't tell you. I think he's kind of, I don't know how he's creating what he's doing with it. Yeah. But oh yeah, Dungeon Revisited. Yeah, sad. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with it besides what I had just described to me. So, first D&D was 3rd edition at the age of 12, and yeah, you're 27, yeah. Yeah, 3rd edition was solid. They kind of, I mean, they had to fix a lot of stuff, but that 3.25, as people like to call it, because 3.5 was really Pathfinder, or 3.5 was where they fixed everything, and Pathfinder was kind of 3.75. I can't remember which now. It's too long ago. But where they had, it was at its crunchiest in a way. But it was just that there were a lot of rules. It wasn't that any of them were, the vast majority of them were not very complex. Like 2nd edition had some shit that was complex. I mean, I loved Psionics, but it was a mess to run. Or even to play. So, took you more than an hour to complete Bleak Falls. Wow. I said, I'm noticing with mine, even just now, how much easier the undead are in vanilla versus how I make them. I didn't realize how much of stuff I've done has powered them up. And the dragons, I'm going to be terrified of my dragons again, which is a mixed blessing. And I've gotten some things that improve some of the Dwemer stuff, which is good, because I want to make a character who hangs out with Remy and Remiel and explores all of those places. All right. Let me finish what we're doing here. This may be an early night, because I got to tell you, my back is killing me. But
Mine and the Flathead helped.
last but not least, you slip into your Nobu's penthouse and clep the relic.
Clap.
Goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies. Not a one.
You'll have T-Bug on comms for the duration. Time for your burning question.
That's about cover.
These new identities. Tell us more. What's that cover?
Puthroda.
Ramon Victorino. And you're Harry Conwell.
Uh,
Transport's a Delhi. Famous cab company in all night city. Not on mine.
Deshaun don't ever work with anyone but the best. I consider Delaney just that.
Yeah, who needs creepy, nosy cab drivers when you've got a clean AI to get you from point A to B in style?
And how he bags a permit to operate every year's still a mystery.
If everything goes as planned, Delamain will drop you back here. If things get sticky, he'll head for the safe house.
Which is?
The no-tell motel. Quiet, no questions asked. Make our next move from there. But I'm flat certain that won't be necessary. Anything else?
might as well go through the whole thing.
How do we get in the penthouse?
You're no who's got barely any muscle. Hardest part will be penthouse security. If we want to disable, we'll need to neutralize Kentucky's dweller. Elite runner monitoring the hotel subnet 24/7. Only catch is there's no way to get in the dweller's den from the outside.
Hold on. How you want us to get inside a room you can't get into?
Trust me when I say whatever hit you think of, T-Bug solved it all.
This is where the flathead comes in. You'll have to get him in the ventilation shaft, guide him to the dweller, and force the dweller to take a break. Flathead will stay there, jacked into the dweller. But thanks to that, I'll be able to roll out your red carpet into the penthouse.
Anything else?
Anything else? Nope.
Okay, Bill brought up to speed.
Perfect.
I got a question. When do we get to the real reason we're all here?
Cut the fresh talent's always the same, non-negotiable. 30%.
Bro, 30?
Every part of this drama carries its risk. That's the value of yours, as determined by me.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be greedy.
Come on, Dex. Isn't that a little low? Hey, hold on, Holmes. Who got the flathead? Who pulled the intel from the brain dance? And we're going in a hotel full of soccer men to swipe some fucking toy from the boss's son. We are the job.
And who's providing transport? A top-tier net runner and a lead-proof plan intel? You sure you want to go down this road?
He's not gonna piss off Death.
Never most important, Jack. Yeah, right. Are you out of your fucking mind, baby?
Interesting. So what does qualify as most important?
Let's say the challenge.
About the challenge. Always.
Look at you youngins making this old folk look bad. Respect. Cut you 35 for that alone. Last thing, Kentucky's got a strict no-iron policy. Security case, the worst. So you dogs leave your lead spitters in the ride. Take the flathead inside in its case.
Got some deft suits, so you'll look the part too.
Thanks, Steve. So, not to count chickens, but why don't we see our enemies?
All depends how Miss Parker avails herself of her role. But a week, 2 tops, my guess.
I'll catch up to you guys in just a second.
Sit around and suck air.
You sit tight, heads down, because old Uncle Arasaka be watching. Now, as that old Greek dog says, life's a banquet, so don't go thirsty, but don't get drunk either. Your chariot awaits outside.
Interesting.
My cue to Delta 2. Gotta prep to jack in. Be there when you come on comms. Any other issues? Now's your chance.
Plan. What's your take?
Enough, I hope, to put me in a luxury Cretan villa from which I'll never set foot in cyberspace again.
Promise to send me a postcard?
No offense, but I'm gonna burn any and all bridges. Need a clean break.
How do you know Dex?
Know each other a while?
Why?
You know, you'd say all kinds of things.
Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Marcus Aurelius.
Dex, old philosophizing. No wonder you get along. Thanks for your help back at the scaffold.
A few reapers less in the city. Good thing.
City Hall should be fucking thanking us.
Okay.
I'm good. No questions.
There we go. Oh, sorry, Jack Jiwa. You have a good night. Um, let's see here. Where are we? Yes. Oh, yes. 3. Oh, I know about the. I don't know if you were talking to me about that, but I will. I do know about that. Of course. Hold on. Thank you. With our bad TV, with our bad ASMR to go along with it. Let me catch up here. Expanded races in 3.5. Yeah, I enjoyed that too. Could be an hour to complete Bleak Falls. Did you know there's a hidden locked chest in Bleak Falls? Only appears once you go back to it after you complete the Fusra Dash out. I never considered going back there. That's interesting. I just, this past weekend during the Skyrim TV, showed people 2 chests that I'd only recently found. One very recently. The other one's a few months ago. But they, it blows me away that even with as long as I've been playing, I still find stuff. It's amazing. Damnable. Yeah, the order. Fusro Day. I like that. Yeah, and our autocorrect is a pain in the ass. You know why army people always bring a tarp in their mission supplies? I feel like that's almost sounds like a joke, but I don't know. In case it rains, but not aware of that. But yeah, 3 chests in the area. 1 is locked. And hey, thank you, Akjiwa. You have a wonderful night. Get some good sleep. Let me see here what we're up to. We'll set it up to get so the next time we do this, I will be ready to. Oh, I started us right in. Yeah.
What about that time I wanted to hire you for my cousin's bachelor party, huh? Unfortunately, we do not take on such contracts. 3 months I've been saving up scratch. Water under the bridge. Hit it, Del. Before we begin our journey, I must verify the identities of all contestants.
Oh, that's creepy. The eyes in the rear view, just to give you like someone's there driving. What's the matter, Zod? I realized I left the cat cam on when there was no cat there. What? Just walk around singing. Mobile cover. Okay. Clientele.
Initiate combat mode.
My apologies, but you do not appear to be in any sort of imminent danger.
Hi. You back? Okay.
At least we got some clue where his 65% is going, huh? This is how you want to move into the major leagues.
Sorry. Zod's launching. Wait a minute.
Next man's buy you off that cheap? Suit, limo? No, Jack. Kinda feels like you're losing that steel grip of yours.
Seems to me like it's you who's got some kind of problem.
They should be paying more attention to this.
Need you to keep your head clear in the game. We've got a job to do.
Ever clear in my fucking life. Let me explain something to you, V. My whole life I've spent in this shit around us. And I ain't going back.
Hey, welcome in. Give me 1 second.
Smooth as fucking sandpaper.
I have the game volume really low, which I apologize. I've been having some audio issues, and it seems to get worse the higher the volume is. So I kind of dropped it down so you guys wouldn't hear as much of the background. Oh, well, we're going to wait for that important call. It's something I'm working on. I'm trying to figure out if there's something way I filter it out, but the odds are the reason is I believe my broadcast computer is no longer able to handle OBS. It's a very old laptop. I am working on addressing it, so I do apologize, but yeah, I had to turn it down. I mean, I'm half tempted to turn it up so you hear. It's got basically a low static in the background, so I tried to get it to where it could be, you could hear it without having that tinniness. And it is something I'm going to try to see if I can do something about. Whoop. And Zod is... Sorry, I had just gotten it. I was about to turn the cat cam on and he dove off the couch. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, let me get him. And the second I went over, he was doing that thing where, you ever see when a cat suddenly forgets that gravity is a thing? And they're like, they just grip onto everything for dear life and they go all wide-eyed. He was doing that and it was very funny. He's a goofball. Yeah. Don't have to change anything. Just been having audio issues with Checky if I hadn't fixed something. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it wasn't. I know earlier on, early people had been saying they had some problems. It is funny because it seems like depends on your sound system that you're using affects whether you notice the audio problems on my end. But I'm hearing it from enough people to, I think, safely assume that part of it's my issue. And we've had some other issues with it over the last month or so. But I am trying to address it. The hope is once I get some things addressed, I can put more time into some of the other things I've planned, like some more emotes. There are some emotes there that are currently there for a joke, and I really have to start shifting them in and out and putting the real emotes in, and just prettying things up a little. But that will be after I make sure everything's running, which is why I get so frustrated every time Skyrim crashes on me. But I think this is probably good. I'm sorry it's just such a short night. I know 4 hours is a short night. But my back is I'm starting to squirm. So I think, and we're at a good stopping point. I know we're about to hit the big thing. So we'll save that for the next time I run this game, which will probably be next Wednesday. I'm not sure about my Saturday schedule right now. Sometimes we don't decide whether we're playing D&D or not till the last minute. If I'm free, I'll probably get on and do something. I will just put it that's what my Saturday is. I always just gotta do something. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alan. But I think plus the fact that technically I need to get the trash out, and I started it earlier, and I brought like 1 or 2 bags out to the porch and then said, I'll finish this later. So mainly so it'll be nighttime so people won't see me groaning and huffing as I drag everything out to the curb. Um, so it's slightly earlier, 1 a.m. slightly earlier end time. Let's see here what we. Whoops! Come on, wake up. There you go. First of all, okay.
Use this other fuel.
Well, they're on. Okay. Thing is, I've already rated her this week. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have anyone doing possibility. Let me see here. Okay. Um. Well, someone I have not rated in a while, and they're currently on their first game of Stray, which has some similar sci-fi vibes to it, from what I recall. Um, so let's go say hi to Chessie. Um, so I want to thank you all once again um, for hanging out and spending your channel points and chatting and just being here. I do appreciate it. And once again, thank you to the lurkers, because this would not exist without you. And if you couldn't tell, I really love doing this. So thank you. Um, let's see here. I do have a raid message if you wish to use it. You can copy and paste the one that is appropriate to you, or you have your own message you like to use, or if you just like to make loud noises, or just come and vibe, anything's fine. Be comfortable. So here's my general message, and here is my message for subscribers. Whoops, that would have worked better if I hadn't put that space in. There we go. So with that, let me get this started here. Oh, hi. You coming over? Of course you are now. Huh. See, he lowered this so that when they came in, you could see them, and yet you still can't. Other than this part. Okay, you have to make a decision. You can't stand where you're standing, and you know it. He's changed his where he puts himself so that he's more in the way right now. There we go. There's Neil. All right. Let me see if I can find this the easy way. Nope. Okay, do it this way. So, and once again, my schedule: Mondays during the evenings, do Skyrim. Tuesday daytime, usually starting about 1 o'clock. Usually more Skyrim. Wednesdays are right now usually Cyberpunk. If I can do a Saturday, it's whatever the heck I'm in the mood for. So, this is the other thing. I can tell I'm moving slow. There we go. Finally got her. So I wish you all a very wonderful night, day, morning, afternoon, evening, dawn, dusk, second breakfast, afternoon tea, whatever time it is you're watching this, whether live, on my VOD, or over at my YouTube channel. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. Links down below in my About page. It's at the Karma Jockey with the underscores, and if you don't put the at and the underscores, you get somebody else, which is confusing. Hence why I always do the point thing. Anyway, looks like we are ready to go. So I will just end by saying that I hope you're doing well. And if you're not doing well, hope you're at least doing better. Have a good one. I hope to chat with you soon.